Before we get started with today's video, I definitely want to take some time to thank my friends over at So Avant-Garde. All right, so Avant-Garde is a place where you can go online, type in the website, and you have a plethora of fragrances from the niche world. Now, niches can be intimidating, so sample, and they have those discovery sets as well. Head over there, look around, shop around, and save you some money by using the code DEDRICK20 on anything on So Avant-Garde. And, it's definitely something where, if you're ready to elevate your fragrance collection or get into something new or tap into another level as far as quality goes, hey, So Avant-Garde has you covered. All right, so head over there, use DEDRICK20, save anything, get anything over there except mind games. Don't worry. You can head over to mindgames.com and use DEDRICK10 for 10% off anything on mindgames.com. All right, so save you some money, explore, see what you discover, and let me know down below in the comments if you rock with anything. All right, appreciate y'all. Let's get started with today's video. YouTube, what's going on? YouTube, what is going on? What is happening, man? Of course, it's your guy, one more time, DEDRICKHJR, and I'm back with another fragrance video. Smell good, family. Hopefully everyone is doing well, doing great, doing fantastic. Positive energy, positive vibes. Y'all know how we rock out here on this channel, man. Positive vibes only. Truly hope everyone is doing well. Today's video is quite the common conversation, quite the common comments that I get in the comment section of my videos, live streams, and I'm sure you all have conversations like this just in your day-to-day lives with people who you talk fragrances with. And that conversation is not really caring if someone likes what you like, not really investing into the opinions of ones who don't like what you like. Even my fellow content creators, my fragrance content creators specifically, we do these videos and these live streams, we give our thoughts. I say all the time, don't listen to me. Go out and smell and experience these fragrances for yourself, and then make a conclusion on your own if, it's a fragrance that you enjoy, dislike, love, like, whatever it's going to be. This is a very subjective hobby, meaning everyone's going to have their thoughts and opinions. And most of the time it's going to be different from the next person. And that's the dopest part to me. So I have 8 fragrances here today that at some point in time, I've experienced negative comments or somebody's negative outlook. When I say negative, I mean they're bashing the fragrance versus someone just saying, hey, this is not for me. So I have 8 fragrances here today where I'm going to speak on my love and admiration for these specific DNAs and how the influence of people telling me that my nose is broke. What else do they say? Here's another YouTuber who don't know what he's talking about, and so forth and so on, because they don't like the fragrance. So I want to separate that today and have that conversation based off 8 of the fragrances that you guys, not all of you, but some of you said I was tripping on, even liking, yet alone owning a full bottle. All right, so let's tap into it. Up first, this is definitely one of the more talked about yes or no, love or hate fragrances that I've covered in my short time here on YouTube. But from the house of Hermès, we have H24, the EDP. This is one that has a lot of conversation of whether you love it or you hate it, and I obviously love it because I have a bottle and I have a nice dent in my bottle. Spicy florals, woods, a metallic feel. Some people say they get like a banana peel type of vibe. I get it, but it ain't bananas. It ain't bananas, but I totally understand. This is great for the springtime. This is great for the fall. I think this is a great office wear. It's something different, something unique. Hermès always goes a direction where they're not going towards the trend of what a lot of other designers are going to. So that's why I really refer Hermès as a designer niche house, because whoever's running their fragrance department and in charge of creating these profiles. They're doing a fantastic job for people like myself who appreciate the different the differences and the different experiences that they provide for sure. So I've been told several times how much you guys hate this fragrance. Not again, not all of you, but some of you guys. There we go. Some of you guys hate this fragrance. My nose is broke. Don't get it. I've been paid and all this stuff. Nah, really love the DNA. I wear the DNA. I've gotten compliments with the DNA, but it is definitely one of the more interesting ones from the house of Hermès. We have H24, the EDP. The EDT gets a lot more love. It's a lot more easier wear. Great fragrance, but this one is definitely more challenging. All right. Up next, wow. I've let a lot of people smell this fragrance, and a lot of you have commented on this fragrance if you've smelled it. From the house of Zaharov, we have Signature Leather Tobacco. First of all, I love this bottle. Love the presentation. I just love the whole design. This is raw masculinity in a bottle, man. Wow. Leathery, smoky, spicy, just animalistic type of vibes that you get with this fragrance. Definitely suited for the cold weather. I only get to wear this fragrance maybe once or twice a year due to its profile, but I love this stuff. If I lived in the Midwest and if I lived up north, or even, you know, Canada or something like that, listen, this during that time of year of the brutal cold, this would be signature for me because it's so masculine. It's so masculine, and I love leather. I love the smokiness. They get the incensey feel. You get the spices. Get so much with this fragrance to show off that very confident masculinity that is inspiring. Someone who has their stuff together and moving around a certain type of way wearing this, you are indeed a confident individual. And the conversations, it's too strong. Some people say it turns their stomach, not because it smells bad, because of what it has to offer. This is definitely a situational fragrance. I don't care what no one says. Again, it's my opinion, but this is definitely suited for the colder weather, those environments where this can really shine. Tons and tons of notes in this, but the spices, the woods, the leather really stand out. And I've gotten more, I don't know if I would wear that. It's very masculine type of conversations versus, you know, obviously the flat out, oh, love and affection for it. And that's fine by me because this is challenging. I love a challenge, and I love this fragrance. From the house of Zaharov, we have Signature Leather Tobacco. Definitely a lot of conversations every time I talk about this fragrance for sure. All right. Up next, from the house of Blue Atlas, we have Atlantis. This is the fragrance that was passed out to a bunch of YouTube fragrance reviewers, including myself. All right, now that we got that out of the way, yes, they sent this to me, but this is really good. For the springtime, it's fire, man. The blackcurrant and apricot relationship in here is really, really nice, and it stands out here. There's touches of greens in here as well. I know there's an oak moss note in here that reveals itself. This is another gentleman's masculine fragrance. It has a freshness to it, but it definitely has that, I don't want to say old school, but right before you get the old school type of vibe. Really good performer, does wonders in that spring environment. But obviously this has been one, because it was sent my way and many of your other favorite reviewers' way, that it talks about in a negative light. But I challenge people to get a sample of this and get your nose on. You can get samples of this from anywhere by now. But if you are into that green, tardy, fresh type of vibe for this time of year and the summer, you can wear this in the summer too. But in springtime, I think this is where it really, really, really shines. So definitely caused some conversations of hate about this fragrance. Even some people who smelled it, you know, the people who come out and hate because it was sent to me, I always start off, well, bro, have you smelled it? and then they don't say anything back. But those who have smelled it, some people flat out says no. One particular Smell Good family member said they smelled cheap and generic, and it just doesn't do anything for them for their nose, and rightfully so. Then they get others who love the DNA. So it's not for everybody, but the conversation is there. But I personally really enjoy this fragrance, and I love it for the springtime specifically. From the house of Blue Atlas, we have Atlantis. They have a brand new one in the blue bottle out there as well. I'm very intrigued to see what that one's about, but this is good. All right, up next, probably one of the more hyped designer releases around the time when this came out that I have experienced in we've experienced in quite some time. I know we've had some stuff from Paco Rabanne and other brands, but when you talk YSL, the attention is really there from in a mass appealing way. And this one has the conversation and has had it, but I've really taken a liking to this fragrance over the past few months. From the house of Yves Saint Laurent, we have YSL Myself. YSL Myself. When this first came out, there were a lot of, here we go again. It smells like everything else. Some people say it still smells like YSL. Why? It does not. There were some comparisons to this versus other designer fragrances out there. And at first, when I smelled it, upon my first impressions and content, I was kind of on the fence. I thought it smelled great, but I was on the fence if I needed this or would I want to add this to my collection. And the more that I wore that sample, the more it revealed off of my skin and off of my clothing to my nose that I said, yo, I want this as an anytime wear. Like, it fits what I'm looking for. And I love orange blossom and amber and all the different experiences that this provide. It's just right up my alley. So it wasn't redundant to nothing, even though to my nose it has some similarities to the original Prada Oceans ET. Just some, but this definitely does its own thing as it goes along. So large conversation about this fragrance, very popular, a lot of content on this fragrance. But I personally, now where we are, because it's almost been a year since this came out, I love this stuff. I wear it quite a bit. You can't see the dent. The bottle is black, but it's not as translucent to see through it. But I have a decent dent in this fragrance, and I really like it. Synthetic, yes. Super synthetic, yes. But it wears, for those who care about performance, it performs, wears really good, performs really well. And most importantly, I really like how it smells. Love for me. Some of y'all are not so kind to this. From the house of YSL, we have YSL's Myself. Yves Saint Laurent's Myself. I'm a fan. All right, moving along. This is probably the fragrance that I have been talked to crazy about the most. Like, yeah, I think this is. I made a whole video surrounding just unsubscribe to me, don't subscribe, all that stuff. And then I did I think late last year. But from the house of Jean Varvatos, we call it Johnny V around here. We got Johnny V's vintage. Yes, sir. A lot of negative feedback when it comes to this fragrance. When I speak on it, it's a barbershop, masculine, gentleman-like fragrance. I personally love this. You get so many elements from the barbershop fougere elements with this fragrance. Your freshness, your earthy tones. There's some sweetness in here as well. There's some leather touches to this. This is just a lot going on with this fragrance. This is definitely along the lines of that fougere barbershop combo, in my opinion. Even though I don't know if it gets talked about like that, but to me, that's what my nose definitely picks up. So a lot of people say it smells like old man. It smells like my grandpa. It smells like, yeah, okay, cool. But to me, it smells like money. This smells like money, long money, established money. I know what's going on money. That's what this smells like. A favorite to the office for the spring and the fall. Even during the winter sometimes, if I'm just really urged to wear this DNA within myself. Obviously, I wear it, but I caught a lot of heat for this. Still continue to. Somebody will drop the comment in the video today about how I don't see how you like that. Oh my God, you know, all that kind of different stuff. But it doesn't bother me because I'm still going to wear it till the bottle is empty. And then guess what? I'm going to get another one. All right. From the house of Johnny V. Love this stuff. We have John Varvatos' Vintage. Love it. And it's exactly that. The name of it is Vintage, people. So what do you think you're going to get? All right. All right. Up next, a brand new love for me. I've worn this quite a bit. Some people love it. Some people hate it. Some people don't appreciate it. Some people do appreciate it. And I am one that loves it and appreciates it. From the house of Essential Parfums, we have Bois Imperial. Bois Imperial Essential Parfums. Woods, musk, and ambroxan. Little spicy tones to it. Fresh spicy. Not warm, but fresh spicy tones. It's fire. It's just fire. It's just fire. Everyday wear, especially my day-to-day life. The way that I have to go to work every day, go to the office, button up slacks, hard bottoms for the most part, this fits in line with me. So that's why I love it so much. Shout out to my guy Chris for sending this over my way. True blessing. But this just fits. I've seen people say how it smells like a bunch of chemicals. It does. I don't really get what y'all are speaking on. Okay. But myself personally, and some of you out there watching, love this fragrance. And it does everything that we wanted to do. I think it's an easy wear. Again, it's compared to Ganymede. I've never smelled Ganymede. I will, but I haven't. But they say this is a more wearable version of that. Cool. And even if it wasn't, I'd still be big time over this fragrance. So great everyday wear, suited for a particular man, in my opinion, a particular individual who can appreciate this. This was who it was made for. From the house of Essential Parfums, we have Bois Imperial. Bois Imperial, great stuff. Get it for a great price online as well. All right, two more left to talk about. Let's transition over to the clone and the inspired by world. From the house of, I believe it's North Stag, out of the Paris Corner House. We have Quattro? Yeah, Quattro. North Stag's Quattro, number 4. This is an inspired by take from Louis Vuitton's Afternoon Swim. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. What? Everybody loves this fragrance. That's not true, but the majority of you do. But it's the fact that it's a clone. It's an inspired by, and this is who I'm getting ready to speak to. All of my clone snobs, inspired by snobs, whatever, who don't see the value in fragrances that you can get for a much affordable price. Everybody's lifestyle is different. Everybody does things differently, and some people don't care to save up to $300 and $400 to experience Afternoon Swim. Some people, it's not on their mind to do. They just simply want to smell good, and if they can smell like Louis Vuitton's Afternoon Swim for $34, $35, $40, hello. But there's people who frown upon that. That's fine. Have your own opinion, but it's unnecessary to try to make your opinion when it comes to these inspired by fragrances crystal clear, because you never will. You never will. Those out there who spend their time trying to go against what somebody prefers, because that's what it is. What somebody prefers, stop wasting your time. This is an excellent take on Louis Vuitton's Afternoon Swim. It's to the point where I don't know if I'll ever get a bottle of Afternoon Swim because of what this does. It is sensational. The oranges, the freshness, everything about this is summertime friendly, mass appealing, sweet, almost mouth-watering tangerine orange combo. This is fire, and it's $40 when it's in stock, maybe even $45, but it still beats $400 with taxes from a Louis Vuitton fragrance. And this is really close in the 90th percentile for sure. But don't take my word on it. Get your nose on it, sample if you can, and then go from there. But it's a lot of hate for this because it is a clone versus people going out and breaking the bank and getting Louis Vuitton just so the person who feels the way that they feel about clones can say, hey, at least you got that Louis Vuitton. We don't subscribe to that around here. You don't need a lot of money to smell great. From the house of North Stag, out of the Paris Corner division, we have Quattro. Really good stuff. Love. My son loves this too. He loves it. And last but not least, this is one that's getting up there where people are saying that stuff does not smell good. I can't see how you wear it. How are you a YouTube reviewer? All of that. From the house of Givenchy. We have Givenchy Gentlemen EDT 2017. As you can see by the dent in this bottle, I love this stuff. Pear, pineapple, iris, freshness. I call this on the designer niche side as well because there's nothing else out there that smells like this. Nothing else out there that smells like this. I love the blend. I love the combo of everything that makes up this fragrance. But some people say it smells like an old man. Some people says, what a guy say it smells like a church pew. Well, I'm like, okay. I don't get none of that. You get the fruitiness, you get the freshness, you get a floral touch. In here, the iris is a very fresh iris. Gives off a slight powdery tone with the pear, with the pineapple. This is just a banger, man. It's a banger to me. I love it. I'll always have this in my collection. I'm rounding the corner to get another bottle of this. When I get like a quarter away, I'll start looking into another bottle. But this is one that some of you guys out there have let me know that it is a no-go for you, but yet it is not going to influence me and hopefully no one else out there to deter away and go with Eros for the day or go with Dior Sauvage or Bleu de Chanel for the day because it's a more popular, better option than this. That is not the case. Again, subjectivity is what makes this hobby so great. So from the house of Givenchy, we have Givenchy Gentlemen 2017 EDT. This stuff is really good and I love it, even though some of you don't. All right, so that's gonna wrap up today's video, man. These are the 8 fragrances that I love. I wear them, I experience them, I smell them every time, and that love and affection for these DNAs are strong. All right, so everyone's not gonna like what you like. Everyone's not gonna love what you love. Have a mind of your own. Go out and establish your own fragrance wardrobe. Don't listen to people telling you this versus how you really feel and then you want to go with that. Nah, go with what you go with. Have your own opinions. Like what you like, love what you love. Even us fragrance content creators, we just speak in our minds too. We just do it on camera and put it out there on YouTube. So enjoy the hobby, enjoy the journey, have fun, discover what you love, discover what you don't. And let's chop it up in the comments for sure. All right, so hopefully y'all enjoyed today's video. Appreciate the support as always. As always, thank you guys. All right, so till next time, be cool, be safe, take care of yourselves. You know what it is. Splack it up, splack it down. Splack that thing all around. And remember, what you put out to this world is exactly what you are going to get back. That's for sure. All right? I should have set it up better than that. Just can't right. Trash. All right, peace.